Dear students, today we will learn about derivation of total cost curve, and this derived from vertical vertical summation of total fixed cost curve and total variable cost curve. As in our previous lecture, we have learned about how to derive total fixed cost curve from a given data and total variable cost curve. Now we will derive this total cost curve with the help of the values of total fixed cost and values of total variable cost. Now first I will draw a table showing different units of output, different units of commodity produced at different values of total fixed cost and total variable cost, which gives us total cost of a commodity. In the first column we will take units of commodity produced or different levels of output. We can say, suppose the commodity produced is commodity X and units are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5 units we will take, and total fixed cost which will remain same for every unit of commodity X produced. I have told you why it remains fixed, as in my previous lecture. I will not go into detail once again. I will write only the values. Suppose the total fixed cost, which is 10 rupees for every unit, for all units of commodity X produced, that is 10 rupees. And total variable cost, this total fixed cost is cost in the form of salary of administrative managers, depreciation expenses, repairing of building, those costs it includes, and this does not change with the change in level of output. And total variable cost, which includes cost of raw material, cost of labor such as wages, and it will be zero when no units of X is produced, when no units of commodity is produced, because when no units of commodity is produced means we are not using any raw material, we are not using any labor, therefore variable cost will be zero. And when first unit of X commodity is produced, now we are using units of labor, the producer using some units of labor, some quantity of raw material, therefore there will be some variable cost. Suppose that is equal to 6 rupees for the first unit. And when 2 units of X is produced, it will increase to suppose 10 rupees, then 12 for 3 units. Similarly, for 4 units of X produced, it will increase to 60 rupees and 22 rupees when 5 units of X is produced. And now we will obtain total cost, which is equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. It will be equal to 10 plus 0, total fixed cost plus total variable cost. It will be equal to 10. For these units, it will be equal to 10 plus 6, 16, 10 plus 10, 20 rupees, 10 plus 12, 22 rupees, 10 plus 16, 26 rupees, 10 plus 22, it will be 32 rupees. Now we will draw total cost curve based on total fixed cost curve and total variable cost, because we are obtaining this total cost curve as the vertical addition, vertical summation of total fixed cost curve and total variable cost curve. This will be more clear now to you by drawing a graph for it. As you know that on vertical x on y-axis we take the value of costs. Here we have to draw three curves: total cost curve, total fixed cost curve, and total variable cost curve. Therefore we will take the values of total cost, total fixed cost, and total variable cost. For horizontal, like we take units of output produced, quantity of commodity X produced. Here the commodity is commodity X. We will take units of X commodity on X-axis on horizontal axis. Now our values of total fixed cost, total variable, and total cost is given. First we will draw a curve for total fixed cost curve. Units produced are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The highest value in this table, that is the highest value of total cost, is 32 and lowest is 10. We will start from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. Since total fixed cost, it is same, its value same for every unit of X produced for all units of X commodity produced. For 0 unit it is 10 rupees. For the first unit it is 10, second 10, 10 for every unit for all units, that is up to 5 units. By joining these points we will get total fixed cost curve. I have already explained to you in my previous lecture total fixed cost, which is parallel to the x-axis, showing different levels of output but the same value of fixed cost. Now we will draw total variable cost curve based on these values. Now total variable cost is 0 for the 0 unit of X produced, because when we have not used any raw material, any unit of labor, that is variable factor, therefore there will be no cost in the form of wages, in the form of cost of raw material. Therefore total variable cost will be 0 for 0 unit of commodity produced. It will start from origin, 0 units and 0 cost. Then total variable cost is 6. When 1 unit of X is produced, it will be here for first unit above 6. On horizontal axis, on x-axis it shows first unit of X produced, and on vertical axis, on y-axis it shows cost, total variable cost equal to 6 rupees. And now when production increases from 1 to 2 units, variable cost also increase, because we have to increase the units of labor, quantity of raw material. It increases to 10 rupees. This, it will be same for this point, fixed cost as well as variable cost. Then it increases to 12 when 3 units of X is produced. 12, it will be here about 10, and the units, it will be 3 units on x-axis. And then it increases to 60 rupees when 4 units of X is produced. That's at this level of out 4 units of X produced, variable cost is 60. It will lie above 15 here, 60 rupees. when level of output is 4 units. Then 22 when level of output is 5 units. 22 rupees. It will lie about 20, about this. And on horizontal axis, on x-axis, showing the level of output is equal to 5 units. Now by joining these points, we will get a curve. We will get a curve known as total variable cost curve. This is the total variable cost curve. Now from these curves, total fixed cost curve and total variable cost curve, we will derive total cost curve, which is the vertical addition of these two curves. Now when level of output is 0, total fixed cost is 10 and total variable cost is 6. These points it shows, which lies on total variable cost curve, and their addition, it gives us 10 plus 6 equal to 16. 16 it will lie here. Sorry, for the 0 units, we have, when level of output is 0 units, total variable cost is 0. This is the point on total variable cost starting from the origin 0, and total fixed cost is equal to 10. This point lies on total fixed cost curve. This point plus this point, it will be equal 10 plus 0 equal to 10. Therefore, this is the first point of total cost curve, that is equal to 10. Now when level of output is 1 unit and total cost is 60 rupees, which is the vertical addition of these two cost curves. 10 is total fixed cost, and this point shows 6 rupees total variable cost, because it lies on total variable cost, and addition of this and this, it will give us 10 plus 6 is equal to 16. 16 will lie here when level of output is 2 units. Sorry, first unit. Now when level of output is 2 units, total fixed cost is 10, total variable cost is 10, total cost is 20. This is the common point of both total variable cost curve and total fixed cost curve, which shows 10 total fixed cost plus 10 total variable cost. 10 plus 10, it will be 20. 20 will be here total cost when level of output is 2 units. Now when level of output increases from 2 to 3 units, total cost also increases, because total variable cost increases from 10 to 12 rupees. Total fixed cost remaining same. Total fixed cost is same, 10 rupees, and total variable cost is equal to 12. This point shows on total variable cost curve, 10 plus 12, it will be equal to 22. 22 will lie here above 20 and below 25. Now for this unit of X commodity produced, that is when 4 units of commodity X is produced, total cost increases to 26 rupees due to increase in total variable cost from 12 rupees to 16 rupees. Total fixed cost remaining the same. Total fixed cost is same, which is equal to 10 rupees, and total variable cost, which is equal to 16. 10 plus 16, this vertical addition, it will give us total cost equal to 26. This will lie here about 25. Add on x-axis, it shows 4 units of X produced. For the large unit of X produced, X commodity produced, total cost have increased to 32 rupees due to increase in total variable cost due to increase in units of labor, increase in quantity of raw material from 16 to 22 rupees, total fixed cost equal to 10 rupees, 22 plus 10. These are the pointers. 10 rupees on fixed cost curve, and this point shows 22 rupees as variable cost, cost of labor, cost of raw material, and it will be 10 plus 22. Vertical addition of these two curves, it will be equal to 32. 32 will lie here. Now by joining these pointers, we will get a curve known as total cost curve. This is total cost curve. This one is total cost curve, which is the vertical addition of these pointers. This and this equal to this point. This plus this point gives this point. This point of total fixed cost curve. This point on total variable cost. Addition of these pointers, vertical addition. It will give point for total cost curve. Similarly, addition of these two points of point on total fixed cost curve and point on total variable cost gives this point for total variable cost curve. Total cost curve, and the last point on total fixed cost equal to 10 rupees, and this point on total variable cost equal to 22 rupees equals to 32. This is the vertical addition of these two curves, which gives us total cost curve. I will show by this arrow. Means addition of this and this gives this total cost curve, and these points show total cost equal to 10, 16, 20, 22, and sorry, I have written wrong values. The values are like this: 10, that is total cost. This point shows 10, and for the first unit it is total cost equal to 16, then 20, then 22. This point shows 26, and last one shows 32 total cost, which is the vertical addition of these two curves. I hope you have understood it, how to draw total cost curve from total fixed cost curve and total variable cost curve. And there are some important points that this total variable cost curve, it starts from the origin, showing that when there is zero level of output, there is no use of variable factors such as labor, such as quantity of raw material. When they are not used, when zero units of output is produced, therefore there is no cost of labor, no cost of raw material, therefore there will be zero total variable cost. But there is some fixed cost for the 0 unit equal to 10 rupees in our example, because before producing any level of output, we have to construct building, factories, shops, and installation of capital machinery. For that we have to spend some money. Therefore, when zero level of output is produced, still there is some cost in the form of fixed cost. Then total variable cost increase with the increase in units of X, because we are increasing the units of variable factor labor, we are increasing the quantity of raw material, and this total fixed cost, it starts from this point, showing that when zero level of output is produced, there is some fixed cost. And total cost curve also starts from this origin above the zero level, because in this there is addition of fixed cost. That is why it starts from this point on vertical axis. On y axis. I hope you have got it. Thanks.